From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the New York Giants. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to office selected.
Ready, set.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check.
You draw quarter. Fight.
On first down, Jones. Out left, Ellison's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
That's complete left side to Shepard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Stop your running. Slam.
6-6. Pull it high.
Now Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Run you over. Check 31.
2-by-2. Move. Hey, Charlie.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight.
Here you go, Cam. Hands up.
Throwing, Dalton. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Cameron Meredith, 57 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for his receiver, sharp, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check 52.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Check 3.
Go on. Ready.
Jones now throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Chopper!
Throwing Jones. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Move. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Check 3.
There you go. 368.
SOS.
Hands up.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 15 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out. And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
218, chopper.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's go.
Back to throw. Jones. This is caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progression.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Rosas good with the extra point. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
at their own 31-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Good job.
Joe Mixon, 69 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The throw over the middle, taken in. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cody Latimer, 84 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hey.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
That's the way. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, zoom.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
368. Ice.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
34 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Hey, Delta. Regular.
Man, I got you. Shift.
Dalton here from the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Hands up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Ice.
Check play ball.
22 jet bomber.
Now on 2nd and 16. Dalton looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that
one. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. From 17 yards out, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
one. One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 22 yards there, a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Over the middle, complete to Tate. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Orbit.
50, Mike's 50. Watch twist.
Go.
Jones operating from the gun. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this 2nd half. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? We're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll stay on the ground, mix him again. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Back, back, back. He's coming.
Fight this.
He's coming, double up.
Regular.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Letting one go. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Antoine Bethea, the leading tackler among NFL safeties last year, in on the tackle again there.
At the 16-yard line.
368.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, exit.
Hey.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Go. Let's go. 8 read. Check 52. Come on. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Stick down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
His pass complete to number 8. A 5-yard gain. Brings up second.
Ready. 30 base.
The 45-yard line.
Go. Check that.
Hey, lock it.
To throw again on second down. Driscoll. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Man, I got you.
Let go.
Now it's the backup Lauletta. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Here's Lawletta. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 18, Gator.
2 times, 2 times.
Hey, Sam off.
Shift.
2.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Check. 61, matchbox lights.
Back to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lawletta on 1st down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On 2nd and goal, Driscoll to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Short boot, take it at the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or.
Army, Army. Army, Army.
Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's first and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Walletta, he'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's second down.
Hey, echo.
Here's Walletta. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Red Allison, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Giants on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And
And they'll throw again with Walletta. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They snap it to Walletta. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Driscoll on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
let's go now. 70, Indy.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready.
And they take a knee.
Driscoll on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Tonight's final
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.